What is going on, guys? It is your boy Brando here. Today we have an exciting video for you. So today Activision Blizzard had their little earnings call, which was today on February 12th, and Activision has officially confirmed that there's a new Call of Duty title set to be released this fall and is being developed by Infinity Ward. There you go, guys. Go ahead, kick your mom headbutt Bob as far as you want. Go slap Donnie Day Drinking Donnie in the face. Go tell him, hey, Call of Duty 2019 is developed by Infinity Ward. Officially, Call of Duty has been confirmed. Anyways, guys, without the jokes aside, let's get into the root of this little investor call and talk about what was discussed today. So the chief financial officer said that the game is rooted in franchise history and that they have high expectations for the game. He stated that they're very excited for this year's game and what it represents, with more info to come soon. The CFO also commented that the unit sales may be lower than Black Ops 4, as Black Ops 4 is the biggest sub-franchise ever. The main driver for the segment will be the Call of Duty franchise. Heading into 2019, the CFO said, we have momentum to build on, given the launch of Black Ops 4 with the franchise yet again #1 globally in upfront sales in 2018. He said, we will continue to optimize in-game content this year to drive ongoing engagement and player investment. He said, and in Q4, we'll have another major launch for the franchise that will appeal broadly to both existing and new fans, and what I can only describe right now as a great step forward in the franchise that is also rooted in some of the franchise's important history. We have high expectations for the game, but for modeling purposes, we're conservatively planning upfront Q4 unit sales to be lower than Black Ops 4. Wait a minute, he said the sales are going to be less than Black Ops 4? What the hell? Why would you tell your investors that? But I guess he's saying it's going to be the best Call of Duty anyways. I guess he's tempering expectations himself, even though he's trying to build it up at the same time. Doesn't make sense. It's contradicting, but whatever. Activision has not yet announced any specific details regarding the Call of Duty 2019 yet. Rumors obviously have been floating around that this year's title will be modeled after the Modern Warfare series, and they think it's going to be Modern Warfare 4. The last Modern Warfare game they released was back in 2011 with Modern Warfare 3. Activision usually reveals their new Call of Duty titles somewhere in between March and May, and with the games launched by early November. Infinity Ward's previous title, Infinite Warfare, was teased in late April with the full reveal in early May in 2016, and then was released on November 3rd in 2016. So definitely stay tuned for more details of what that is. But for the investor call today, they talked about a lot of things that are actually going to be in the game, not specifically saying what the game is going to be about. But before we go into that, Activision and Blizzard confirmed that reports of layoffs at the company, they're laying them off to priorities of game development versus non-development jobs. Kotaku is reporting that many of the layoffs will be of non-development based jobs. Employees at Activision, Blizzard, and King are going to be affected. Now, Activision also goes on to say Call of Duty was the #1 selling console franchise worldwide in 2018, and a feat accomplished for 9 of the last 10 years. Black Ops 4 sold through more units than Black Ops 3 in its launch quarter, with PC units greater than 3 times an average hours per player increase. Full game loads for Black Ops 4 were over 40% of console sell-through. Now, Black Ops 4 sales during the second half of this quarter was lower than Activision expected, even though the microtransaction sales are also lower at the start, but have recently increased. Activision Blizzard is making many adjustments to the company, including working to release more new games, more in-game content more often, mobile initiatives, and increased development resources. They also confirmed they are going to launch a city-based franchise league for Call of Duty, and they're also working to bring more content more often with new development resources, and the company plans to better integrate studios to deliver more consistent releases. They're trying to model their business model off of Fortnite and what they've been doing, because they usually send new content to the game every week, and hopefully Call of Duty turns around and does that and makes their game able to compete with Fortnite and the following games. Activision also confirms that Infinity Ward has developed Call of Duty 2019 and says the game is rooted in franchise history, which I told you guys before that is going back in history. It's probably going to be Modern Warfare 4. Probably, I'm guessing the campaign might be Modern Warfare 2 Remastered or Modern Warfare 3 Remastered. We'll see. But Activision says they're continuing their partnership with Tencent, which is a Chinese-based company, to bring a new mobile Call of Duty game. It's not clear whether or not this China-only game is going to be worldwide or just based in China. Activision Blizzard Chief Financial Officer said that they're investing a lot in the Call of Duty's development and to bring new content more often. Lots of changes at the company happening this year. They said Activision Blizzard layoffs are going to impact almost 800 employees while they're being laid off. And the Activision Blizzard CFO just said that the new Call of Duty game the team is building is what the teams believe one of the best Call of Duties ever built. Even though they believe it's going to be the best Call of Duty ever built, they're still projecting unit sales to be lower than Black Ops 4. The next season of content on February 19 for Black Ops 4 is going to be the biggest content release for Black Ops 4. Now, yesterday we got a tease for Blackout, the new map, which you guys can check out my video on my channel. And today they teased a image for the new multiplayer map, which is going to be based on a police station. So you guys definitely check that out. You can check that out on my Twitter. You can check that out on my Facebook pages too. I've definitely already put those on the Facebook pages that I moderate and administer for, so you guys can check out the little teaser for that. But they also go on to say that Activision says they split with Bungie because they didn't own the Destiny IP and wanted to work on owned IPs. They said Destiny failed to meet financial expectations and world hurt results. They also said they put resources internally on Destiny when it could go to owned IPs. The decision to split with Bungie was finalized in December. Activision chief COO says that Bungie approached him to go independent and Activision agreed because of the lack of revenue, and so thus there was a mutual party. That was pretty much all that was discussed about the investor call today. There was new stuff that was brought out in Black Ops 4 to include the Blackout mode, which is close quarter frenzy, which is with SMG, shotguns, rocket launchers, grenades, and stuff like that. They also did a TDM score limit, which was raised to 100. Kill confirmed score limit was raised to 80. And there was also an arms race team deathmatch as well. An endurance chaos mosh pit was added to Xbox One. And that limited time mode that I guys told you about was added to PS4 first, which in next week will come to Xbox as well. So, all right, guys, that pretty much wraps up the quarterly little call that Activision had today. I want to leave you guys with a question. I want you to let me know what you think 2019 Call of Duty is going to be. It's going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Maybe it's going to be Call of Duty Ghost 2. Maybe it's just going to be a remastered game altogether. So just let me know down in the comments below, and I will talk to you squids later. Remember to follow me on Twitter and the Facebook pages. I'll leave the links down below so you guys can stay up to date to the latest and greatest Call of Duty news. And until next time, squids, I'll see you later.